Alright boys, so over on the NA version of the game, we have the Chaldea Boys banner. Now, we're going to get a part 2 banner, or at least we should, because JP got a part 2 banner that brought Voyager, and I wanted to do a video talking about whether or not you should summon on either of these banners, because my tune has changed a little bit, and the reason is that if you're going for Amakusa Shiro, or one of like the just random rotating guys down here, I still don't think it's a very good idea. But if you want to go for Voyager, I actually think that's not a terrible idea, because he won't be back for quite a while. And we're going to talk about that and more in today's video. But if you've not already, make sure you leave a like on the video, make sure you subscribe, because I upload FGO content every single day and I keep you guys informed on what is going on both versions of the game. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I also wanted to say a big shout out to FGO merch, which is always linked down in the description down below. If you use my link, you actually get 10% off of a monthly subscription box where they send you FGO merch, and they actually just sent me a box, and I love all the stuff that I got in here. I should be flashing up a picture somewhere around here. Like, I got a Jalter Bean plushie, which, you know, I love because I'm a huge Jalter simp. I got a Morgan FGO arcade card, which is so sick. You guys know that I love Yu-Gi-Oh, right? I love all the card games and everything. So getting the real arcade card, especially because we don't have arcade over here in the US, which maybe not for too much longer, right? Maybe they'll put those over here, but I love that. And then I got a Gilgamesh, a little card thing as well, and Gilgamesh is my favorite Fate character. So I got a really good box. I really love everything that I got. And if you guys want to also get some of these boxes and support the channel, make sure you peep that link down in the description down below, and make sure you use the code. It's 10% off on any of the monthly Fate boxes, so you can get some Fate merch every single month. But with that being said, let's kind of just get back to the regular video. If we pull over Amakusa over here, Amakusa, you can see, has like a billion different rate-ups. Now, some of these are mostly the Lucky Bag campaigns. Most of these are GSSRs, but he should be returning on 2 banners, right? Like, one is going to be whatever they're going to do with this Fate Apocrypha one. We should still get it because this is when his costume returned. So this is why I think that in some capacity, we'll get some Fate Apocrypha related event, some kind of celebration. I don't know if it'll be exactly the Blu-ray thing, because sometimes they have to repackage this. I believe it was last year, instead of getting the Fate prototype, it was like a stage play or something. Instead of us getting that, we ended up getting like It's Winter Celebration, and they brought back Ozymandias and Arthur, and they kind of repackaged it like that. But we should still be getting this campaign where Amakusa returns, because this is also what puts his costume in the Da Vinci shop, right? So I think they're definitely going to bring this back. But he also comes back for the 26 million download campaign. Now, this one might be a little bit more iffy, because I would suspect that if you're going to be summoning on this one, you're probably going to be going for Space Ishtar or normal Ishtar. MHX Altars here. Ibuki comes back. Ereshkigal is back. He's far from the best servant that's going up on rate up, I would say. But if you really want him, I think there are better times to try and get him, right? Because we know that he's going to have 2 more like solo rate up banners, that being whatever they do with the Apocrypha event or whatever they do with the 26 million download campaign. We know he's going to be coming back. Voyager, on the other hand, is a little interesting. As you can see, he doesn't really come back a whole lot, mostly on the Lucky Bag campaigns. And this is actually like is going to be most recent return, right? Is going to be coming back right now, because the next time he comes back is the 7th anniversary. And I'm not gonna lie, while he does come back for the 7th anniversary, I feel like most people are going to be summoning for Arcoid, right? I feel like when this drops, you're not summoning on anything over here. Like, it's not just Voyager. I don't think any of these servants are going to see any love, because people are going to be trying to get Arcoid, right? Because Arcoid is very strong, but you need to get numerous copies of her for her to start looking really good. And so people are not even going to be going for like NP1s, but they're going to be going for like NP2s, 3s, 4s, 5s. They're going to be going really hard on this banner, because Arcoid, once you get her to like NP5, is just... oh, it's a whole different beast. Let me just tell you that. You start getting some NP copies into where she goes from being like, yeah, she's alright at NP1, then you start getting like 2, 3, 4, 5, and she just becomes a beast. Let's just say that she becomes really insane. There's a reason why the JP player base really likes Arcoid a lot, because the whales love her. They makes farming so easy, right? You just get her NP5, bada boom, bada bing, blow up everything. Now, obviously, we'll talk about Arcoid more in a different video, right? That's a whole separate discussion. I don't want this video to get hijacked by her, but I'm just saying, when he comes back for this, you're probably not going to actually be summoning for him. You're probably going to be going for this, because Zhu Fu also comes out, and she's a 3-star on the banner. So regardless, you're going to be going for this, right? Because Zhu Fu's also really insane. Basically, baby Castoria at home. And so, like, you're going to go hard on the main new banner. And so that's why I think if you want Voyager specifically, this isn't a bad time to try to get him, because the only other rate up he's going to have, he's got some very stiff competition, let's say, right? Because even let's say you just get Arcoid done, like you really get her done, you just clap up the banner, you got like 2 copies of her in 1 multi, and you're like, okay, I can look over here at the rotation. I mean, you might be going for like Musashi or something, right? Because Musashi is also still really insane, right? MHX is also really, really insane as well. It's like a quick DPS server. Like, there's other good people here. I would say you could go for Nerocaster, but if you clapped up and you got Arcoid, right, you pretty much got your Buster AoE. You don't really need Nerocaster anymore. As sad it is for me to say that, because I like Nerocaster a lot. What I think is the mistake, though, whether you want to go for Voyager or Amakusa, because maybe Amakusa, you're like, this is a little bit too competitive. Like, I think when this comes out, I'm going to go for Ibuki, or I'm going to go for Space Ishtar. Maybe those are the other guys you're going to be going for. This is too competitive to try to get him, and, you know, maybe you just don't have faith in whatever this banner is going to be. I think it'll come back in some capacity, right? But maybe you're just, like, completely doubting it. You're like, it's never coming. I don't believe in it. And it's never coming back. I don't know. But I think either of those can be fine. I think what the mistake is going for any of these guys, right? Because if you want one of these guys, if you can just hold out for a couple of months, the 6th anniversary brings, bam, free 5-star, right? You could just pick one of these guys up. You want Waver, scoop him up. You want Kualter, scoop him up. You want Tamamo, who's not even on rateable over here, scoop her up. You know what I'm saying? You can scoop up one of these guys if you really want them, right? Because a lot of these guys do get really good. Like, Dioscuri is already really good. Nikola Tesla gets really, really strong. Kualter is going to be insane when he gets his buff on the anniversary, right? Waver's always going to be really good. Vlad is an insane single target like art servant right now. He's just basically only competing with Galatea right now, and but they're both really, really good. Achilles is a good like not arts looper, but a quick looper, and then Enkidu is very good for like solos and just beating up big bosses, right? Like a lot of people here really, really strong. Ozymandias gets insane once he gets all of his buffs. He becomes like one of the better servants in the entirety of the game. So it's like, a lot of these guys are really good, but if you could just hold on and just save your Saint Chords for like a more worthwhile banner, I would say, you can definitely like, you know, you could definitely just scoop them up over here, and you're just much better for it, right? Like you'll be in a much better position. That's kind of my main advice, is that, dude, if you just want to go for Amakusa or Voyager because you think their other rate ups are going to be like too hard for you to go for, again, I think trying to go for Voyager, like if you're going to wait, I think it's a mistake, because I know that people are going to be like, okay, I waited for Voyager on 7th anniversary, but I burned all my Saint Quartz on Archetype Earth, right? Like I burned them all on Arcoid. You know, you don't want to put yourself in that position where you're like, well, because I skipped it last time and I really wanted Voyager, now I'm not going to be able to get him because Arcoid cleaned me out. And if you know that you're like, well, maybe I'll hit up this banner, but if for whatever reason you don't, I don't know, you're just out of Saint Quartz, you're like, I'll just get him right here. Well, you know, maybe Space Ishtar cleans you out, right? At the very least, you could try to scoop him up now, but come on, like these guys, you just have to wait a couple of months, right? If you just wait a couple of months, you can just get any of the people that you want here for free. You just scoop them up, easy, just one and done, call it a day. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I think this is like the best advice I could give. It's just like Amakusa, I don't think is as good of an idea because he has 2 more rate ups, but I can understand at the very least that this one's a little bit competitive, but this one should be fine. I mean, if you want Amakusa, this is fine enough banner to go ahead and grab him on. I mean, yeah, he's like just sharing rate up with Chiron, so like you don't have another 5-star competing with it, so this would be like a really good time to grab him. But and Voyager, yeah, I could definitely understand not wanting to summon on the 7th anniversary because very competitive banners, I'll say at that time. But if it's any of the limit, like these like unlimited guys that are like on every single banner, dude, come on, you can do better than that, right? Come on, you can wait a couple of months. But with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You guys have yourselves a nice day. Peace, late guys.